Marisha Wallace here, and you are watching Spell Magazine.
There's no business like
show business, like no business I know.
See, all I knew was show business, so you told me well to carry it on. Consider yourself
at home.
It's funny, I can't say it without singing it.
What?
The hills are alive
with the sound of music.
It's close to midnight. I basically gave it away. It's close to midnight.
And something evil's lurking in the dark. Hee hee. I'm American, so we love holidays. So, you know, I feel like the Brits are just catching up with the holiday situation. We've always really gone wild with Valentine's Day. But I think there's also many kinds of love that I think that people think, oh, it just has to be love between, you know, man and woman, man and man, whatever, between lovers. But love for your friends, love for your family, love for your children, the people around you, your workmates, there's lots of kinds of love. So a day to show love, why not? We especially need it right now. And self-love. That's a time for you to maybe, if you don't have a partner, go take yourself out, go get a massage, take care of yourself. We think, I think this is right, I'll be the first Black Sally Bowles in the role. They've had standbys before, but I think bringing that layer to the role will change it. It's like seeing a picture with a different filter on it, and it kind of changes your perception of the picture. Like the colors are more vivid, or the light in the shade is different. But I think having a Black Sally in that time, I actually did a lot of research about Black history in Nazi Germany, which I didn't know about myself being a Black person. I was like, as a Black person, I've never been taught this history. And then when I went to look it up, I've read this amazing book called Destined to Witness. And it's about a Black man who lived in the Weimar era before Hitler took over. And he was mixed race. And he recounted his life of how he was living with Nazis, basically. Was kind of just was one of the Black kids in the town. Some people really accepted him. Some people reminded him that he was Black. And he also almost became a Nazi sympathizer because that's what he was being taught in school. So it was just so interesting to see that from that perspective. I think she's just complicated because it's a complicated time. I think my version of Sally is definitely gonna be one where she's escaping a racism of a different kind, has come to Germany to be a star. Because even in the times of racism, if people had talent, it kind of stopped it for the moments that you were on stage. And in those moments, you were truly free. And I feel that even today. So I could be in these rooms where it's like all white people, I'm the only Black person there, but on stage, you're exalted, you're the queen. It doesn't matter what's happening outside of that performance space or what they think of you outside. In that space, you are the star. So to get that, I understand Sally. I understand why she wouldn't want to leave. Even with Hitler coming, she was like, I'd rather die a star than go back and be a maid, or go somewhere and not be able to be powerful in a time where Black women had no power. Well, this production is all about the makeup and all about the hair. There's actually a look that she wears in the hair where she wears a wig cap for one of the numbers. And I think as a Black woman, that's even more powerful because you never see Black women in their wig cap. I remember when I saw the show and I saw her in her wig cap, I was like, she wearing a wig cap on stage with makeup? What?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna be in a wig cap on stage. But how powerful is that?
Yeah.
Where she's like,
because there would have been a time that was us being vulnerable.
Yes.
And exposed.
Yeah, and then she used it as a power moment in the show. So I'm excited about that. But then also the makeup is very like enhanced glam, the thin eyebrows, the glitter eyeshadow, shadows coming all the way up to the brow bone, like just beautiful makeup. I actually wore finger waves in the shoot. So when they asked me what I wanted to do for the shoot for the show, to announce the show, I sent them a picture of Josephine Baker in finger waves, and I was like, but I want it to be blonde, because I wanted it to be blonde, yeah. And so we wore it like that, and because it's kind of almost like a, maybe like, I don't know if I can say F you to society, just say, we can wear our hair whatever color we want. It doesn't mean we're trying to assimilate to anything. Like, it just, Black women have always done that. They've always worn their hair different colors, different textures, different styles. And so I guess on my best glam day, I always love me like a blonde wig. I mean, I'm in one right now, but I always love like a blonde hair moment. I think it's back to my days of Beyonce, who always loved the blonde hair. But yeah, I guess on my best day, I'm with my little blonde wig, living my life. Billy Porter and I have been friends for 10 years, I think. We met in New York doing Broadway. He was doing Kinky Boots on Broadway, and I was doing Aladdin and then Something Rotten, this other show. But we met because I would have these barbecues at my house. And then he was just walking, I was, prepping all food for like all the people there. And he was just walking through with a hot dog. And I was like, oh, Billy Porter's in my house with a hot dog, eating a hot dog. Oh, wow. And then we became friends since that moment. And I just seen him like soar to like be a fashion icon. I feel like he's like a cat. He's had like 9 lives. And he like always is reinventing himself. Yeah. And that's what I've learned from Billy, that you can always reinvent yourself. Like, he was in his 50s having his peak of his career. So it doesn't matter how old you are or where you are or how far you've fallen, or you can always reinvent yourself as something else. Yeah. I do when I'm not well, like if I'm sick and I know I need to sing, because the type of music I have to sing is very like high belty, and I want to always give the best performance that I can. So I think that's when I get the most nervous, because I don't have my superpower, which is what I call. So if I don't have my full superpower and the kryptonite's got me, I'm always like scared. But besides that, not really anymore. I guess I've just been doing it for so long. I get a buzz more than fear, if that makes sense. They always say nerves means you care. So I think nerves are good. Like, I just sang for the King, and I was very nervous because I was singing the British national anthem as an American for the King at the Royal Albert Hall. I was really nervous, but I also went out there and was like, this is where you belong. This is what you prayed for. So go live in your prayer. I think my biggest adjustment was the culture adjustment, because even though we both speak the same language, Americans and Brits, but the culture is very different. Americans are very assertive and very like confrontational. Well, not confrontational, but we just tell it like it is. Brits are a little bit more like passive. And so if you come at it, full force, sometimes I have to tell my American friends to come over. I was like, you could just just chill, lay back. You don't have to like go, but just learning the culture. Also for me, like Black British culture versus African American culture is very different, because yours is more based in like Caribbean and African, society, which is a whole nother culture in itself. So when I went on Big Brother, I feel like through ZZ, I've gotten even more connected to Black British culture, which I've really, really loved. Well, I started this partnership with Lloyds Bank because I came forward this year about being scammed. I was scammed 5 years ago by a guy I was dating, and I was scammed out of 60,000 pounds through this investment scheme that he like pressured me to get into. And I had gotten a return, and I had a full like portal and a bank thing, and everything looked legit. And then after I had gotten a return back, I put more money in, and then everyone went silent. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then he kept contacting me, but I knew something was wrong. And then I went to the police, and I didn't get any help from the police. And I kind of just had to swallow it. And it was like the worst time in my life. I was here by myself in London, and I was devastated, and I was playing my dream role and everything, and my career was going really well, and my personal life was just a mess. And I just felt like I needed to say something, because if I couldn't have justice, I could have awareness. And I was like, if I could make people aware of this, that would be the justice, because it would stop people from doing it, and then stop those people from making any more money off any other people. So Lloyd's Bank and I have, we made this amazing video out of AI to show people how AI scams people. So we made an AI video telling the story of being scammed. And we use that to bring awareness to people about how they can be scammed out of money through new technology. The technology is even worse now. The guy that did it to me was in my face, sitting on my couch every day. Now the predator is online, so like it's there. So I'm so happy that it was received so well. I went on This Morning to talk about it, and a lot of other TV shows, and so many people reached out to me and said, it's happened to me. I've never told my family. I've never told anyone. Thank you for making me feel not alone. I even connected with the Tinder swindler girl, Cecilia. So we got together and we did an IG live where we just talked about what it's like to be scammed, because everyone's like, oh, you're so stupid, and da-da. But you have to be smart to have enough money to be scammed. So that's why I was like, you can't be an idiot to have enough funds to be scammed. So I was like, it's a long con, and you're taking a risk, and then there's bad people in the world. Yeah. And if you're a trusting person, you can get taken. I think it would be Dream Girls, because I think, and I'm telling you, I'm not going, is like my battle cry. I got to sing it at Royal Variety, but I feel like I've been knocked down so many times. People have doubted me. People have said, oh, you're just this or you're just that. But I'm telling you, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna continue, and you're gonna love me, and I'm gonna make you love me. And then they did. It was all right.